Welcome. Tonight we drift together toward the coldest idea in all of science, absolute zero, the lowest temperature there can ever be. The quiet, still floor at the very bottom of cold. There is nothing to do and nothing to hold. Let the wonder be soft, and let it carry you toward sleep. We will move without hurry through real science and honest wonder, returning again and again to what is calm and true. Each fact is a small, cool light, offered only to ease your mind toward rest. You do not need to follow every thought. Let the words settle over you the way frost settles, soft across a frozen plain. Some things are measured with great care, some are still being explored, and all of them are safe to fall asleep inside. Tonight's journey reaches into the deepest cold there is. How temperature is really the motion of atoms, how that motion slows toward stillness, and how near the bottom of cold, matter itself turns soft and strange and beautiful. So settle in. Let your breath slow and your shoulders ease. Far out in the deep and tranquil dark, the frozen worlds hang quiet in the cold, and we will rest right here beneath that hushed immensity tonight. Tonight we drift toward the coldest idea in all of science, absolute zero, the lowest temperature that can ever be, a quiet floor beneath which nothing in the universe can fall. Absolute zero is not merely very cold. It is the coldest cold there is, a limit set into the very fabric of nature, a temperature that no chill, however deep, can ever sink below. Everywhere we look in the cosmos, things may be warm or cool or bitterly frozen, yet none of them are ever colder than this single quiet boundary at the bottom of all temperature. It is a strange and soothing thought that coldness should have an end, a final stillness past which there is no further to go, the deepest hush the universe allows. So let us begin softly here, at the very floor of cold, and let the calm of that great stillness ease your mind gently toward sleep. Let us rest on the number that marks this deepest cold, for absolute zero sits at zero on a special scale of temperature, the Kelvin scale, where zero means the very bottom. On the familiar Celsius scale, this same coldest point lies at about 273 degrees below zero, a chill far deeper than any winter our world has ever known. Measured in Fahrenheit, absolute zero falls near 460 degrees below zero, a coldness so profound that no place on Earth has ever come anywhere close to it. However we choose to name it, the meaning is the same, a single quiet point that marks the end of cold, the lowest reading any thermometer could ever in principle show. It is a calming clarity to hold that the coldest temperature has a precise and gentle name, zero on the Kelvin scale, the soft, still bottom of all that can be measured. Let us linger on the gentle scale that scientists built around this deepest cold, the Kelvin scale, which begins not at the freezing of water, but at the very bottom of cold itself. On this scale, the 0 point is placed exactly at absolute zero, so that every reading counts upward from the coldest possible temperature, never dipping into the negative. It is a tidy and soothing idea, a temperature scale that starts at the true beginning of cold, where zero means there is simply no further down to go. Because it begins at the bottom, the Kelvin scale is the natural language of the coldest science, a quiet ruler laid from the floor of temperature upward into the warmth. So when scientists speak of the coldest things in the universe, they count in kelvins from that deep still zero, the gentle starting point at the bottom of all cold. Here is one of the loveliest truths of tonight, that temperature, for all its everyday feel, is really a measure of motion, the tiny, ceaseless jiggling of the atoms within a thing. Everything around you is built of countless tiny atoms, and those atoms are never truly still. They tremble and dance, and the more they move, the warmer the thing is said to be. So warmth is really busyness, the swift, restless motion of atoms, while coolness is calm, the same atoms slowing their dance, settling toward a deeper and deeper stillness. To make a thing colder, then, is simply to quiet its atoms, to ease their trembling, to coax that endless tiny motion gently down toward rest. It is a gentle wonder to rest upon, that cold is not a thing in itself, but a stillness, the hush of atoms slowing their dance, the quieting of all that ceaseless motion. Let us rest a while on this restless dance of atoms, for in everything warm, the tiny atoms are forever jostling and trembling, a hidden motion far too small for any eye to see. In a warm thing, the atoms move quickly, bumping and shivering against one another, and all that ceaseless tiny motion is what we feel from within as heat. As a thing cools, its atoms move more slowly, their trembling growing fainter, their dance softening, the hidden busyness within easing gently toward calm. So the warmth of a summer day and the chill of a winter night are, deep down, only the swiftness or the slowness of this unseen atomic dance. It is a soothing thought to settle into, that all warmth is a quiet dance of atoms, and all cooling is that dance growing gentle, the tiny motion slowing toward stillness. Let us follow that dance downward, for as a thing grows colder and colder, its atoms move slower and slower, their trembling fading toward a deep and quiet calm. Pull the warmth from a thing and you slow its atoms. Pull more warmth still, and they grow calmer, yet their ceaseless motion easing further toward rest with every degree. The colder a thing becomes, the gentler its inner dance, until the atoms are barely stirring, drifting in a slow and tranquil hush far below the busyness of warmth. So cooling is a quieting, a steady gentling of the hidden motion within, the atoms sinking ever closer toward the deep stillness that waits at the bottom of cold. It is a calming picture to hold, the atoms slowing as the cold deepens, their restless trembling softening, the whole tiny world within easing toward a quiet rest. Here is the heart of absolute zero, that it is the temperature at which the atoms have slowed as far as nature allows, their dance fallen to its very quietest. At this deepest cold, the restless trembling of atoms is hushed almost to nothing, the hidden motion within settling toward the stillest state the universe permits. It is the point where there is no more warmth left to take away. No further the atoms can slow, the dance gentled all the way down to its quiet limit. So absolute zero is, in a sense, the floor of motion itself, the place where the busy atomic world grows as calm as it can ever possibly be. It is a deeply soothing idea, this quietest of all states, the atoms hushed to their gentlest, the whole tiny dance of matter eased toward its deepest rest. Now here is a quiet honesty we should hold gently, that even at absolute zero the atoms do not fall perfectly still. A faint trembling always remains, woven into the deepest cold. It would be lovely to say that at the bottom of cold all motion stops entirely, yet nature keeps one last whisper of movement, a tiny stir that can never be fully removed. This faint remaining motion is a deep feature of the smallest scales of nature, where stillness is never quite absolute, and a trace of trembling lingers even in the coldest hush. So absolute zero is not a perfect frozen stillness, but the quietest possible state, the atoms calmed as far as they can go, yet keeping one last gentle stir within. It is a tender truth to rest upon, that even at the floor of cold a soft trembling endures, a quiet reminder that nature never falls entirely, perfectly still. Let us pause and simply drift for a moment. No new facts now, only the deep cold hush, a soft pale crystal of ice drifting through the dark, a gentle quiet settling over the calm mind. Breathe in slowly and picture a single glittering crystal of ice drifting far out in the dark, gliding steadily and gentle, calm and pale in the silent frozen expanse. Breathe out and let a little of that calm loosen your shoulders. There is so much gentle wonder in the deep cold, and a little of its peace is yours to rest in tonight. Let us rest gently on the name scientists give to that last faint stir, for they call it zero-point motion, the trembling that remains even when all warmth has been taken away. Zero-point motion is the smallest, quietest movement nature allows, a hum that lingers in the atoms even at the very bottom of cold, when there is no heat left at all. It arises from the deep rules of the tiniest scales, where a thing can never be entirely without motion, where a faint stir is always woven into being itself. So at absolute zero the atoms keep this gentle hum, this whisper of zero-point motion, a soft, persistent trembling that no cooling can ever still. It is a soothing wonder to settle into, that the coldest possible state still carries a faint, quiet hum, the universe never wholly silent, even at the deepest floor of cold. Let us rest again on the gentle idea that cold has a definite bottom, a true floor at absolute zero, set there because there is a limit to how slow the atoms can go. Since cold is the slowing of atoms, and the atoms can only slow until they reach their quietest possible state, the cold can only deepen until it reaches that bottom and no further. So the floor of cold is set by the floor of motion, the deepest chill arriving when the atoms have slowed as far as nature allows, with nowhere quieter left to go. It is a tidy and soothing logic that cold ends where motion ends, the bottom of temperature fixed at the quietest state the atoms can ever hold. It is a calming thought to settle into, that cold has a definite bottom because motion has a quietest state, the floor of temperature set deep at the stillness of the atoms. Let us rest on the deepest chill ever reached, a cold so profound that the atoms within it barely stir, hushed to within a tiny fraction of the very bottom of temperature. In the most careful work, tiny clouds of atoms have been chilled until their trembling is almost wholly stilled, drifting in a calm deeper than any natural cold in the cosmos. At such depths, the atoms hover nearly motionless, their dance hushed almost to silence, holding only that last faint zero-point hum that no cold can ever remove. So the deepest chill ever reached is a profound and gentle stillness, the atoms eased almost entirely to rest, hovering near the very floor of cold. There is soft wonder in this, the deepest chill ever reached, the atoms hushed nearly to silence, a profound stillness drawn near the very bottom of temperature. Let us linger on the near-perfect calm of the coldest atoms, drifting so slowly in the deep chill that they seem almost to hover, hushed nearly to a perfect stillness. When atoms are chilled near the bottom of cold, they move so gently that they barely shift at all, drifting in a deep, tranquil calm unlike anything in the warm, busy world. It is a stillness so profound that the atoms seem suspended, their restless dance eased almost wholly away, hovering soft and quiet in the deep cold. So the coldest atoms drift in near-perfect calm, their motion hushed nearly to silence, suspended gently in the deep stillness near the floor of temperature. There is peace in this quiet picture, atoms drifting in near-perfect calm in the deep cold, hovering soft and quiet, hushed nearly to stillness near the bottom of temperature. Let us drift to the soft glow of supercold gas, pale clouds chilled deep in the cold of space, glowing faint and gentle as they drift through the tranquil dark. Where gas is chilled deeply in the cold of space, it can glow with a soft pale light, a gentle luminance drifting quiet through the deep dark beneath the distant stars. This supercold gas drifts slowly, hushed by the deep chill, its pale glow soft and serene, a gentle light spread thin across the vast and tranquil reaches of space. So the cold can give a cloud of gas a soft pale glow, gentle and serene, drifting quiet through the deep dark in the profound chill of the cosmos. It is a soothing image to hold, the soft glow of supercold gas drifting pale through the dark, gentle and serene, hushed by the deep chill of the tranquil cosmos. Let us rest again on the wonder of a cloud colder than the empty dark, a place where gas has chilled below even the faint warmth that fills the surrounding void. It is a rare and lovely thing, a cloud cooler than the space around it, the gas chilled by its own swift spreading to a depth below the gentle warmth of the void itself. So this far cloud holds a cold deeper than its surroundings, a quiet pocket of profound chill drifting serene in the dark, colder than the empty space that cradles it. It is a gentle puzzle made calm by understanding, the cloud cooling itself by spreading, chilling below the void, a pocket of the deepest natural cold in the cosmos. And so it stays with you gently, a cloud colder than the empty dark, chilled by its own spreading below the warmth of the void, drifting serene in the deep cold. Let us dwell gently on the gentle rule by which spreading gas grows cool, for when a gas expands and thins, its warmth thins along with it, and the gas grows quietly colder. As a gas spreads into more room, Its atoms slow and its warmth spreads thin, so that the expanding gas cools of its own accord, growing gently chiller as it widens. It is a simple and soothing principle, this cooling by expansion, the same gentle rule that chills a far nebula and cools the air of a rising breeze, written across all scales. So spreading is a kind of cooling, the gas growing colder as it grows wider, its warmth thinning gently away as it expands into the surrounding space. It is a calming thought to hold, that spreading gas grows cool, its warmth thinning as it widens, a gentle rule that chills clouds and breezes and the cooling cosmos alike. Let us rest again on the quiet wonder of frictionless flow, a liquid in the deepest cold gliding on forever, without any resistance, smooth and endless and calm. Such a flow has nothing to slow it, no friction, no drag, so that once set gently moving it, simply glides on, smooth and tireless in the deep cold. It is a kind of perfect ease, this frictionless flow, the liquid slipping along without effort or loss, gliding in tranquil, endless calm near the bottom of cold. So the deepest cold can free a liquid into perfect flow, smooth and endless and serene, gliding on forever in the deep, still chill. Let this be the thought you rest on, the quiet wonder of frictionless flow, a liquid gliding smooth and endless in the deep cold, free of all that would slow it. Let us rest again on electricity that flows without loss, gliding through the coldest materials freely and forever, free of all resistance near the bottom of cold. In such a material there is nothing to slow the flow, no resistance to drain it, so that an electric current, once set gently moving, would circle on without end. It is a kind of perfect passage, this lossless flow, the electricity gliding smooth and free through the cold material, sustained by nothing but the deep chill. So the deepest cold can open a perfectly smooth path for electricity, a flow without loss, circling on forever in the deep, still cold. Let it rest lightly in your thoughts. Electricity flowing without loss in the deepest cold, gliding smooth and free and endless, sustained by the profound chill near the floor of cold. Let us turn softly to the gentle magic of ultra-cold matter, the soft, strange behaviors that arise when atoms are chilled near the bottom of cold, found nowhere in the warm world. In ultra-cold matter, the atoms merge and flow and glide in quiet, wondrous ways, their hidden wave-like nature rising into view, their behavior soft and strange and beautiful. It is a gentle magic born of stillness, the deepest cold drawing out the soft hidden nature of matter, unveiling wonders that only the profound chill can ever reveal. So ultra-cold matter holds a quiet magic, the unified wave, the frictionless flow, the lossless current, all waiting in the deep stillness near the floor of cold. It is a calming marvel to dwell on the gentle magic of ultra-cold matter, the soft, strange wonders of the deepest cold, found only near the bottom of temperature. Let us settle on the gentle place where the warm world's rules soften away, for near the bottom of cold, the familiar rules give way to the deeper rules of the smallest scales. In the warm, busy world, Atoms behave as hard, separate specks, but as the cold hushes them deeply, the deeper, softer rules of nature rise to govern them instead. So the deepest cold is a threshold where the everyday rules fade and the gentle hidden rules emerge, matter behaving in soft, strange ways the warm world never shows. It is a quiet frontier, the place where the warm rules soften, where the hidden nature of matter rises gently into view near the bottom of cold. It is a soothing thought to hold that near the bottom of cold the warm world's rules soften away, the deeper gentle rules emerging, matter softening into quiet wonder. It is worth resting on why nature forbids a perfect stillness, for at the smallest scales there is a deep gentle rule that no thing may ever sit entirely motionless and fixed. On the tiniest scales of nature, a thing can never have both a perfectly fixed place and a perfectly still rest at once. Some faint motion must always remain woven into its being. So even when every scrap of warmth is drawn away, this deep rule keeps the atoms faintly stirring, forbidding the perfect frozen silence we might imagine at the bottom of cold. Absolute zero, then, is the quietest a thing can be while still obeying this gentle law, the calm limit set not by our skill, but by the deepest nature of the small. It is a calming thought to hold that the universe gently refuses perfect stillness, keeping one soft stir alive in all things, even at the deepest reach of cold. Consider without hurry the calm of a world drawn near stillness, where the atoms barely stir and a profound tranquil quiet has settled over all near the bottom of cold. As a thing is chilled near the floor of cold, its restless motion eases almost wholly away, the whole hidden world drawing toward a deep and gentle stillness. It is a profound calm, this nearness to stillness, the busyness gone, the trembling hushed, a deep, tranquil, quiet spread soft across the coldest reaches of matter. So a world near stillness holds a deep peace within it, the atoms hushed nearly silent, a profound calm settled over all in the deep cold. It eases the mind to dwell here, the calm of a world near stillness, the atoms hushed nearly silent, a deep, tranquil, quiet spread soft near the bottom of cold. Let us look toward how the cold reaches across the whole cosmos, holding the deep void at its gentle chill, freezing the far worlds, chilling the great clouds between the stars. From the empty void to the distant worlds to the clouds between the galaxies, the cold reaches everywhere, holding the cosmos in a vast and tranquil chill beneath the stars. So the cold is not a small thing but a vast one, reaching across the immense dark, holding worlds and clouds, and the empty void alike in its deep and gentle chill. It is the reach of the cold that gives the cosmos its stillness, its frozen calm, its serene and silent quiet spread across the immense and tranquil dark. Hold this gently as you drift, the cold reaching across the whole cosmos, holding worlds and clouds and the void in a vast, tranquil chill beneath the distant stars. Let us rest at the deep, still heart of the cold, the profound quiet near the bottom of temperature, where the atoms are hushed nearly to silence and all is calm. At the heart of the deepest cold there is a stillness unlike any other, The trembling of matter eased almost wholly away. A profound, tranquil quiet settled over all. It is a place of deep peace, this still heart of the cold, the busyness gone, the motion hushed, a serene calm spread, soft across the coldest reaches of being. So the deep, still heart of the cold holds a profound peace within it. The atoms quieted, a deep, gentle calm reaching near the very floor of temperature. What a calm thing to carry into sleep. The deep, still heart of the cold, the atoms hushed, nearly silent. A profound and gentle quiet spread soft near the bottom of cold. Let us hold in mind the whole universe hushed by cold, the deep chill spreading stillness across the cosmos, the frozen worlds and pale clouds drifting serene through the dark. Across the great dark, the cold has hushed the cosmos into quiet, the frozen things glimmering faint, a vast tranquil stillness stretched soft across the immense void. It is a serene and gentle hush, the universe quieted by cold, the frozen reaches glimmering pale beneath the distant stars, calm and still and deeply tranquil. So the cold gives the cosmos a deep and gentle quiet, the frozen things hushed and serene, the whole great void settled into a tranquil stillness beneath the stars. There is a deep calm in knowing, a universe hushed by cold, the deep chill spreading stillness, the frozen things glimmering serene across the immense and tranquil dark. Now let the great science of the cold grow soft and distant, all its numbers and limits and wonders easing into the background, like a field of frozen stars glimpsed from far away. There is nothing left for you to learn tonight, no temperature to measure, no atom to slow. There is only this one moment, and the easy rise and fall of your own breathing. Let the whole story of the cold become a soft, dark quiet at the edge of your mind, the science a faint hum, the frozen cosmos a gentle glow, all of it calm and far and fading. You are not the seeker now, but the quiet mind at rest, the wondering done, the cold grown gentle, the thoughts settling soft as frost toward their own deep rest. So let your thoughts settle like glittering crystals drifting slow through the dark, gentle and far, easing quietly into the warm and tranquil rest of sleep. Picture, as you settle deeper, the frozen cosmos spread calm and vast above you, the pale ice worlds glimmering soft, the glittering crystals drifting quiet through the deep, cold dark. There is no hurry here, no task, no thought to hold. There is only the deep stillness of the cold, the soft glow of the frozen things, the deep calm settling over everything. The frozen worlds drift slow and silent through the dark, the pale crystals glimmering gently, all of it hushed by the deep cold, all of it deeply at peace. It is a deep and lovely peace, the peace of the frozen cosmos, the universe hushed by the deep cold into a serene and gentle stillness across the tranquil dark. So let that peace be yours tonight, the calm of the frozen cosmos, the soft glow of the pale ice worlds, the deep still cold easing you gently down toward sleep. One more gentle rest before we near the end. Let every fact and wonder grow distant and small, like a faint pale crystal of ice seen from far away, calm and soft and glimmering in the deep cold dark. You have wandered through the whole quiet world of absolute zero tonight, the deepest cold and the floor of temperature, the strange soft states of matter and the frozen reaches of the cosmos, and now there is nowhere left to go but rest. Let the whole soft cold cosmos settle into a single quiet feeling of peace. The gentle cold dark deepens around you, and slowly it lets you go to sleep. We have come a long way tonight from the very meaning of absolute zero, through the whole quiet science of the cold, the motion of atoms and the floor of temperature, the strange soft states of matter and the deep chill of the cosmos. We found again and again the same gentle truths, that cold is a kind of stillness, that the deepest cold can be approached but never quite reached, and that near the bottom of temperature matter grows soft and strange and lovely. There is nothing left to do now but rest. The frozen cosmos is at rest too, the pale ice worlds glimmering soft, the glittering crystals drifting calm and silent through the deep cold dark. So let the whole quiet cosmos become a lullaby, the deepest cold and the frozen worlds, and the deep still science they hold all softening into the calm that carries you gently toward sleep. Let go and drift. The cold will keep its deep stillness through the night to come, and tonight the quiet science of the coldest place in the universe and the deep peace of the frozen cosmos have eased you with great care all the way down toward rest. Our journey is ending now here in the soft, deep hush of the cold, the frozen worlds drifting slow across the dark, the gentle day folding softly toward its close. Let the facts and the wonders fade away like frost, dimming slow across a frozen plain, growing fainter and softer, until only a calm and gentle quiet remains around you. You carry within you now a whole quiet cosmos of cold, the deepest stillness, and the strange soft states of matter, the science and the silence, and the pale frozen worlds drifting calm in the dark. Breathe slowly now, and let each breath carry you a little deeper toward sleep, while far out in the quiet dark, the cold keeps its deep still hush through the night. Sleep well. The cold will keep its deep stillness gently through the night to come, and the soft frozen calm of the cosmos will hold you all the way until morning. Good night. Here is one of the most profound truths of tonight, that absolute zero is a floor we may draw ever nearer to, yet can never quite reach however hard we try. Scientists can chill things astonishingly close to this deepest cold, closer and closer with great care, and yet that final step, that last touch of absolute zero, always slips away. It is not a matter of better tools or more effort. Nature itself keeps absolute zero just out of reach, a limit we may approach forever without ever fully arriving. So the bottom of cold is like a horizon, always there ahead of us, always nearer with each careful step, yet never a place we can actually stand upon. It is a strangely soothing idea, this unreachable floor, a coldest temperature we may forever approach and never grasp, drawing near in endless gentle steps toward the still deep limit. Let us linger on the deep rule that forbids us ever reaching the very bottom, for there is a law of nature, the third law of thermodynamics, that quietly keeps absolute zero beyond our grasp. This law tells us that no finite set of steps can ever cool a thing all the way to absolute zero. Each step brings us nearer, yet the last step can never be completed. It is as though the closer we come to the deepest cold, the harder that final cooling becomes, so that the bottom recedes gently before us, forever just ahead. So absolute zero is not merely difficult to reach, but by this deep law truly unreachable, a limit woven into the rules that govern heat and cold themselves. It is a calming certainty to settle into, that nature keeps its coldest floor untouchable, a gentle law holding absolute zero forever just beyond the reach of any chill. It is worth resting on how astonishingly near to absolute zero certain careful experiments have come, drawing within a mere whisper of that deepest cold. In special places set up for the purpose, scientists have chilled tiny clouds of atoms to within billionths of a degree of absolute zero, far colder than anywhere in nature. These are temperatures so deep that the atoms barely stir at all, hushed to a stillness almost beyond imagining, yet still that faint zero-point hum remains. So, although the very bottom can never be touched, we have crept astonishingly close to it, within a tiny fraction of a single degree of the deepest possible cold. It is a gentle marvel to hold that human care has reached so near the floor of cold, chilling atoms to within billionths of a degree, yet never quite arriving at the bottom. Here is a wonder to rest upon, that the coldest things ever made by careful hands are far colder than the empty depths of space itself, colder than the dark between the stars. We might imagine deep space to be the coldest place of all, and it is bitterly cold indeed, yet the chilled atom clouds in certain experiments are colder still by far. So the deepest cold in the known universe is not found floating in some far nebula, but in the quiet stillness of a carefully cooled cloud of atoms hushed near the bottom of cold. It is a strange and soothing reversal that the gentlest, most careful cooling can reach a chill deeper than the vast frozen dark of space between the stars. It is a lovely thought to settle into, that somewhere quiet, a tiny cloud of atoms rests colder than the deep void itself, hushed almost to the very floor of cold. Let us dwell gently on a gentle correction tonight, that the empty depths of space, cold as they are not at absolute zero, but sit a little warmer, kept gently above the bottom of cold. We often imagine the dark between the stars as perfectly, absolutely cold, and yet a faint warmth fills it everywhere, holding it a few degrees above the deepest possible chill. So even the emptiest reaches of the cosmos never quite reach absolute zero. A soft, pervasive warmth keeps the whole of space a little above that deepest floor. It is a quiet surprise to hold that the vast frozen void is not the coldest place after all, kept gently warm above the bottom by a faint glow that fills all of space. There is a quiet comfort in this, that even the deep dark between the stars carries a soft trace of warmth, holding it always a few degrees above absolute zero. Let us linger on that soft warmth that fills all of space, for it comes from a faint glow left over from the birth of the universe, reaching softly into every corner of the cosmos. Long ago, when the universe was young and hot, it shone with a great light, and as the cosmos cooled and stretched across the ages, that light dimmed to a faint and gentle glow. That ancient glow now fills all of space evenly, a soft afterglow of the early universe, keeping the dark between the stars a few degrees above the bottom of cold. So the warmth of the void is the lingering whisper of the universe's fiery youth, cooled across billions of years into a faint and even hum that bathes the whole cosmos. It is a beautiful thing to rest upon, that the deep dark is gently warmed by the oldest light of all, the soft afterglow of the early universe spread calm through all of space. It is worth resting on why this faint glow keeps all of space at a soft, steady chill, a little under 3 degrees above absolute zero, the same gentle temperature everywhere we look. Because the ancient afterglow fills the whole cosmos evenly, it bathes everything in a faint warmth, setting a soft floor of temperature that the empty void can never fall below. So no matter how far a place lies from any star, it is still gently warmed by this pervasive glow, held at that same quiet temperature, just under 3 degrees above the bottom of cold. It is a soothing uniformity to hold this even gentle warmth across all of space, the cosmos kept at a single soft chill by the lingering afterglow of its own distant birth. It is a calming thought to settle into, that wherever you might wander in the deep void, the same faint ancient warmth would surround you, holding the cosmos at its quiet, gentle temperature. Here is a wonder to drift toward, that the coldest natural place yet found in all the universe is a quiet, glowing cloud of gas far out in the dark, colder even than the void around it. Out among the distant stars there hangs a soft, pale cloud, a place where the gas has grown colder than the deep space surrounding it, colder than the faint warmth that fills the void. This far cloud has cooled to within about 1 degree of absolute zero, a chill deeper than anywhere else known in nature, a quiet pocket of the coldest natural cold in the cosmos. So somewhere out in the tranquil dark, a glowing cloud sits hushed near the very bottom of cold, the coldest natural place that careful eyes have ever found. It is a quiet wonder to rest upon, that the deepest natural cold in the universe is not a barren void, but a soft glowing cloud, floating serene and pale in the distant dark. Let us turn softly to that remarkable cloud, for it is a kind of nebula, a soft glowing cloud of gas in space, and it has somehow grown colder than the very dark that surrounds it. It is a strange and lovely thing, for usually the empty void is the coldest of all, yet here a glowing cloud has chilled below even the faint warmth that fills the space around it. How a cloud of gas could grow colder than its surroundings is a gentle puzzle, and the answer lies in the way the cloud is swiftly spreading out into the dark. So this pale nebula holds the title of the coldest natural place yet known, a soft glowing cloud quieter and colder than the deep void in which it gently hangs. It is a beautiful thought to hold this far cloud chilled below the dark itself, a serene pale glow in the distance, hushed nearer to the bottom of cold than anywhere else in nature. Let us settle on how that far cloud grew so deeply cold, for it is spreading swiftly outward into space, and the very act of expanding has chilled its gas toward the bottom of coal. When a gas spreads out and grows thinner, it naturally cools, its warmth thinning along with it, and this gentle cloud has been expanding so swiftly that it has chilled remarkably deep. So the cloud acts like a vast, slow refrigerator suspended in the dark, cooling itself by the simple act of spreading ever wider into the surrounding void. It is the same gentle principle by which any expanding gas grows cooler, written here on a cosmic scale, a whole nebula chilling itself toward absolute zero as it swells outward. What a gentle marvel to hold, that a cloud can cool itself simply by spreading this far nebula easing wider and colder, a quiet cosmic chill deepening in the dark. It is worth resting on this gentle idea that the coldest cloud in the cosmos chills itself the same way a refrigerator does by letting its gas expand and so grow cool. In a refrigerator, a gas is allowed to spread and cool, drawing warmth away, and far out in the dark that same simple principle plays out across an entire swelling cloud. So the universe quietly runs its own great refrigerator, a vast nebula expanding into the void, cooling itself toward absolute zero through nothing but its own gentle spreading. There is no machine and no maker out there, only a cloud obeying the soft laws of gases, growing colder as it grows wider, chilling itself in the silence of space. It is a lovely thought to hold the cosmos cooling a cloud by the same gentle rule that cools our own world's quiet kitchens, a great refrigerator hanging calm in the deep dark. Rest here a while in an imagined stillness, a soft, dark sky strewn with faint stars and the pale glow of frozen worlds, the deep, cold cosmos spread calm and vast around you, far from any care. You need not picture anything precisely, only feel the gentle quiet settling around you, the frozen worlds drifting soft and far, the great dark calm and tranquil and deeply cold. Let your breathing slow to match that stillness. There is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to hold, only this deep, cold quiet to rest within. Consider, without hurry, the quiet places where scientists chase the deepest, cold, special rooms of study, where atoms are coaxed with great care down toward the very bottom of temperature. In these careful settings, tiny clouds of atoms are gently slowed and cooled, step by careful step, until they hover within a mere whisper of absolute zero, deeper than any natural cold. It takes great gentleness to reach such depths, easing the warmth from the atoms little by little, until their trembling is hushed almost entirely to stillness. So the coldest cold in the known universe is made not in some distant nebula, but in these quiet places of study where atoms are cooled with extraordinary care. It is a soothing marvel to settle into that human patience can chill a cloud of atoms nearer to absolute zero than anything in nature, a deep stillness made with the gentlest care. Here is a gentle surprise to rest upon, that one way to cool atoms toward the deepest cold is with light itself, soft beams used not to warm but to slow the atoms down. It seems strange that light, which so often warms, could instead cool, yet carefully tuned beams can gently nudge against moving atoms, slowing their dance step by step. Each tiny push from the light slows an atom a little more, and with many such gentle nudges, a whole cloud of atoms can be cooled toward a deep and quiet stillness. So beams of light become a kind of soft break upon the atoms, easing their swift trembling down toward calm, chilling them far below any ordinary cold. It is a beautiful wonder to hold that light, so often a giver of warmth, can also be a giver of cold, slowing the atoms gently toward the deep hush near the bottom of cold. Let us look toward the gentle art of slowing atoms, for to cool a thing toward absolute zero is, at heart, to quiet the swift motion of its atoms with the greatest care. Atoms in a warm cloud rush about quickly, and to cool them is to ease that rushing, to slow each darting atom until the whole cloud settles in a deep and tranquil calm. It is delicate work, this gentling of motion, coaxing the atoms slower and slower without letting any stray warmth creep back in to stir them up again. So the deepest cold is reached not by force but by gentleness, by gradually quieting the atomic dance until it is hushed nearly to stillness near the bottom of cold. And so it stays with you gently, that reaching the coldest cold is an act of gentleness, the slow, careful quieting of atoms until their dance grows still and calm. Here is where our story grows wonderfully strange, for as atoms are chilled near the bottom of cold, they begin to behave in ways quite unlike anything in the warm, familiar world. In ordinary warmth, atoms rush and jostle as countless separate specks, but as the deep cold hushes their motion, they start to act together in soft and surprising new ways. Near absolute zero, the old rules of the warm world give way to gentler, deeper rules, and matter itself takes on strange and beautiful new forms we never see in everyday life. So the deepest cold is not only a stillness but a doorway, a threshold past which atoms reveal hidden behaviors, quiet wonders that only the coldest cold can unveil. It is a soothing wonder to rest upon, that as the cold grows deep enough, the very atoms begin to change their nature, opening soft new worlds at the floor of temperature. Let us hold in mind a deep and gentle truth, that the cold reveals that every atom carries within it a hidden wave-like nature, a softness that only shows itself near the bottom of cold. In the warm, busy world, atoms seem like tiny, hard specks, yet at the deepest scales, each atom also behaves a little like a soft, spread-out wave, a gentle ripple of being. When atoms are warm and swift, this wave-like softness stays hidden, far too small to notice, but as the cold slows them deeply, that hidden wave begins quietly to emerge. So within every atom there waits a soft wave-like nature, ordinarily unseen, gently held until the deepest cold draws it gently into view. It is a beautiful thing to settle into, that each atom hides a quiet wave within, a softness revealed only when the cold grows deep enough to hush its restless dance. Here is one of the loveliest wonders of the cold, that near absolute zero matter can enter a whole new state, beyond solid and liquid and gas, a soft fifth state all its own. We know matter as solid as liquid, as gas, and as the hot, glowing state called plasma. Yet near the bottom of cold, a gentler fifth state quietly appears, found nowhere in the warm world. In this fifth state, atoms chilled to the very edge of stillness merge their hidden waves and behave as one, a single soft, unified thing rather than a crowd of separate specks. So the deepest cold opens a door to a form of matter unlike any other, a quiet fifth state born only at the floor of temperature, gentle and strange and beautiful. It is a soothing marvel to rest upon, that cold itself can create a new kind of matter, a soft fifth state where atoms become as one, found only near the bottom of cold. Let us rest on the heart of that fifth state, for in it the chilled atoms lose their separateness and merge, their hidden waves overlapping until they move as a single gentle whole. When atoms grow cold enough, their soft wave-like natures spread and blend together so that what was a crowd of separate atoms becomes one smooth, unified wave of matter. It is as though the atoms forget they were ever many and remember only oneness, moving together in perfect, quiet step, a single soft thing where once there were countless specks. So in this deepest cold, the boundary between one atom and another softens away, and a whole cloud becomes, in a gentle sense, a single shared being. It is a beautiful thought to settle into, that cold can draw many atoms into one, their separate selves merging into a single soft wave, a quiet oneness born at the bottom of cold. Let us linger on that gentle oneness, for in this coldest state, the merged atoms form a single quiet wave, all moving together in one smooth and unified rhythm. Rather than many atoms each going their own way, there is now one soft wave of matter, the whole cloud rippling as a single calm and unified whole near the bottom of cold. It is the deepest kind of togetherness. A crowd of atoms become one shared wave, gliding in perfect step, the very picture of stillness and gentle unity. So the coldest cold creates not chaos but harmony, the atoms uniting into a single tranquil wave, a soft oneness that only the deepest stillness can bring about. It is a soothing image to settle into, a whole cloud of matter become one gentle wave, all its atoms moving as one, hushed together near the very floor of cold. Let us linger in a wide and tranquil dark, far from any care, only the soft pale glow of frozen worlds, drifting calm and silent across the immense and gentle cold void. There is nothing to learn here and nothing to do, only the gentle glow of the frozen cosmos, the pale ice drifting slow and far across the great tranquil cold dark. Settle into that same soft stillness. Let it be a place with no demands, where you, like a slow drifting crystal of ice, may simply drift gently and rest in the deep cold quiet. Let us linger on the gentle minds who foresaw this strange cold state long before it was ever made, for two thinkers, Bose and Einstein, predicted it from pure reasoning alone. Working from deep ideas about the nature of atoms, these two scientists reasoned that if atoms were chilled cold enough, they would merge into a single soft unified state. It was a quiet prediction made on paper, decades before anyone could reach such cold, a gentle foretelling of a form of matter no one had ever seen. So this fifth state carries their names, a tribute to the calm power of careful thought, which glimpsed the wonder of the cold long before any experiment could reveal it. It is a lovely thing to settle into, that the coldest state of matter was first seen not with eyes but with the mind, foretold gently by Bose and Einstein from reasoning alone. It is worth resting on the moment when this foretold cold state was finally made real, for many years after the prediction in the year 1995, it was at last created. After long and careful work to reach such depths of cold, scientists chilled a tiny cloud of atoms far enough to coax it into that gentle, unified state for the very first time. So a wonder glimpsed only in the mind decades before became at last a real thing. A small, soft cloud of merged atoms made in the quiet of careful study. It was a gentle triumph, the meeting of a long-held prediction with the careful art of the cold, the foretold fifth state finally drawn into being near the bottom of cold. It is a soothing thought to hold, that a wonder dreamed on paper became real through patience and care, a soft cloud of unified atoms first made in 1995. Here is another quiet wonder of the cold, that near absolute zero, certain liquids begin to flow without any friction at all, gliding on forever as if nothing could ever slow them. In the warm world, every flowing thing meets some resistance, some friction that gently slows it, yet in the deepest cold, a special liquid can flow utterly free of all such drag. Such a liquid, once set gently moving, would simply keep on flowing round and round without ever tiring, for there is nothing left to slow its smooth and frictionless glide. So the cold can free a liquid from friction entirely, letting it glide in perfect endless calm, a flow that never slows, never stops, never wearies near the bottom of cold. It is a soothing marvel to settle into, a liquid flowing forever without friction, gliding on in perfect quiet, set free from all resistance by the deepest cold. Let us dwell gently on the name of these frictionless liquids, for scientists call them superfluids, liquids so deeply cold that they have lost all resistance to their own gentle flow. A superfluid is a liquid chilled near the bottom of cold until something within it changes, freeing it to flow with a smoothness and ease found nowhere in the warm world. In this strange calm state, the liquid moves as a single quiet whole, gliding without friction, slipping through the tiniest gaps, behaving in ways that seem almost gentle and alive. So a superfluid is one of the soft wonders of the cold, a liquid set free from friction, flowing in perfect tranquil ease near the deepest reach of temperature. It is a beautiful thing to hold, this strange calm of superfluids, liquids chilled into perfect frictionless flow, gliding smooth and endless in the deep cold. Here is perhaps the strangest gentleness of the cold, that a frictionless liquid can creep silently up the very walls of its container, climbing as if drawn by some quiet wish to escape. Free of all friction, such a liquid can flow in a thin, soft film up the inside of its vessel over the rim and back down the outside, climbing where ordinary liquids never could. It is a wonderfully odd sight, a liquid quietly scaling its own walls, creeping upward in a thin, invisible film, slipping over the edge in perfect silent calm. So the deepest cold gives a liquid this gentle climbing magic, the freedom from friction, letting it creep where warm liquids must always stay below, held down by their own drag. There is soft wonder in this, a liquid softly climbing its own walls in the deep cold, creeping up and over in a thin, quiet film, free of all that would hold it down. Let us turn to another quiet gift of the cold, that certain materials, when chilled deeply enough, lose all resistance to the flow of electricity, letting it pass with perfect ease. In the warm world, electricity always meets some resistance as it flows, a gentle friction that slows it and gives off a little warmth, yet in the deep cold that resistance can vanish entirely. When such a material grows cold enough, electricity flows through it without any loss at all, gliding on freely as if the path had become perfectly smooth and open. So the cold can free not only liquids, but the flow of electricity itself, letting it pass through certain materials with no resistance, no friction, no loss of any kind. It is a beautiful thought to hold, that deep cold can open a perfectly smooth path for electricity, letting it flow on freely and forever, free of all resistance near the bottom of cold. Let us turn softly to the name for these resistance-free materials, for scientists call them superconductors, materials so cold that electricity flows through them endlessly without any loss. In a superconductor, an electric current, once set gently flowing, would circle on and on forever, for there is nothing left to slow it, no resistance to drain its quiet motion. It is a wonderfully calm idea, a current flowing in a loop without end, round and round in perfect silence, sustained by nothing but the deep cold that freed it. So superconductors are among the soft marvels of the cold materials that carry electricity with perfect ease, an endless frictionless flow born near the bottom of temperature. It is a calming marvel to dwell on, electricity gliding forever through a superconductor, an endless quiet current circling on and on, set free by the deepest cold. Here is a gentle peculiarity of the cold, that one substance, helium, is so reluctant to freeze that it stays a liquid all the way down toward the very bottom of cold. Most substances freeze solid when chilled deeply enough, yet helium, under ordinary pressure, refuses to freeze at all, remaining a soft, quiet liquid even near absolute zero. It is as though helium simply will not be frozen by cold alone, flowing on as a liquid through depths of chill where every other substance has long since turned to ice. So helium holds a special place among the cold, the one common substance that stays liquid all the way down, a gentle exception to the freezing of the deeply chilled world. It is a soothing curiosity to hold, that helium alone keeps flowing as a liquid through the deepest cold, never freezing under ordinary pressure, a quiet liquid at the floor of temperature. Let us rest a while on this gentle stubbornness of helium, for even when chilled to within a whisper of absolute zero, it remains a soft flowing liquid rather than a solid. The reason lies in that faint zero-point hum we spoke of, for helium's atoms keep stirring softly even at the deepest cold, and that gentle motion is enough to keep it from freezing. So while the cold tries to settle helium into a solid, its own quiet inner trembling holds it gently in the liquid state, flowing on where other substances have frozen still. It is a lovely meeting of two wonders, the deepest cold and the faint zero-point hum, together keeping helium a soft flowing liquid all the way toward the bottom of cold. It is a calming thought to settle into, that helium's own gentle inner stir keeps it forever liquid in the deep cold, a quiet flowing substance that simply will not turn to ice. Let us linger on that gentle inner stir of helium, for it is the faint zero-point motion, the trembling that lingers even at the bottom of cold, that keeps helium softly flowing. Helium is light and its atoms hold loosely to one another, so the faint zero-point hum within them is enough to keep them gently shifting, never quite settling into a fixed solid. So this whisper of motion, which all things carry at the deepest cold, is in helium just strong enough to win out, keeping the liquid soft and flowing where ice would otherwise form. It is a beautiful balance to rest upon, the cold pulling towards stillness, and the zero-point hum keeping a gentle stir, the two meeting to hold helium quietly liquid. It is a soothing wonder to hold that the faint inner trembling of helium's atoms keeps it forever flowing in the deep cold, a soft liquid sustained by the gentlest motion of all. Let us settle on a deeper feeling about the cold, that the bottom of temperature is a kind of quiet edge of physics, a frontier where the everyday rules grow soft and strange. Near absolute zero, the busy familiar world falls away, and matter begins to follow the gentler, deeper rules of the smallest scales, rules ordinarily hidden by warmth. So the deepest cold is where the hidden nature of matter rises gently into view, the place where atoms reveal their soft wave-like selves and behave in quiet, wondrous new ways. It is a frontier explored not with noise, but with stillness, the coldest cold drawing back the warm everyday veil to show the quiet strangeness beneath. Let this be the thought you rest on, that the bottom of cold is a gentle edge of knowledge, a quiet frontier where matter softens into wonder near the floor of temperature. Here is a gentle idea to rest upon, that as the cold deepens and the atoms slow, a kind of order arises, a soft settling of the once busy world into quiet arrangement. In warmth, atoms rush and jostle in restless disorder, but as the cold hushes their motion, they settle gently into patterns, the busyness giving way to a calm and ordered stillness. So cold is not only a quieting but an ordering, the atoms easing from chaos toward harmony, arranging themselves softly as their trembling fades toward the bottom of cold. It is a beautiful thought that stillness should bring order, the deep cold drawing the restless world into gentle pattern, calm and arranged and quiet. It is a soothing wonder to settle into, that as the cold deepens, disorder softens into order, the atoms settling into quiet harmony, a deep calm arrangement near the floor of cold. Consider without hurry a gentle truth about warmth and cold, that heat always flows from the warmer thing to the cooler, never the other way, easing of its own accord toward balance. Set a warm thing beside a cool one, and warmth will flow quietly from one to the other, the warm cooling and the cool warming, until both have settled to a single shared temperature. So warmth is forever seeking balance, flowing always downhill from hot toward cold, smoothing differences away, easing the world gently toward an even and quiet calm. This is why a cold thing in a warm room slowly warms, and a warm thing in the cold slowly cools, the heat always easing toward wherever it is cooler. It eases the mind to dwell here, that warmth always flows gently toward the cold, seeking balance, easing all things toward a single shared and tranquil temperature. It is worth resting on what cooling truly is, for to make a thing colder is simply to draw the warmth out of it, to carry its heat gently away into somewhere cooler. We do not add cold to a thing, for there is no such substance as cold. Instead, we take warmth away, easing the heat out of it until its atoms slow and it grows chill. So all cooling is a quiet removal, a drawing off of warmth, the gentle carrying of heat away until little remains, and the thing settles toward the deeper cold. To reach the bottom of cold, then, is to remove nearly all the warmth there is, easing the heat away until the atoms are hushed almost entirely to stillness. It is a calming clarity to hold that cold is the absence of warmth, and cooling the gentle taking away of heat, the quieting of a thing toward the deep still floor of cold. Let us look toward a gentle asymmetry between heat and cold, that while warmth can climb to staggering heights, cold has a definite floor, a true bottom past which it cannot go. There seems no firm limit to how hot a thing might become, with stars blazing at unimaginable warmth, yet cold is different, for it ends at absolute zero and goes no deeper. So heat reaches upward seemingly without bound, while cold reaches downward only so far, stopping gently at the floor of absolute zero, the true and final bottom of temperature. It is a soothing thought that cold should have an end while warmth does not, a quiet limit at the bottom giving the coldest cold a kind of finished, settled calm. It is a calming truth to settle into, that cold is not bottomless but finite, reaching down only to absolute zero, where it gently stops the deepest cold there can ever be. Pause now and imagine yourself held in a gentle frozen calm, surrounded by the soft pale glow of frozen worlds, the deep cold dark settling vast and tranquil around you. There is nothing to fear in that soft frozen quiet, only comfort, only the gentle glow of the pale ice and the deep calm of a cosmos drifting steady in the cold dark. Let the quiet wrap around you. It asks nothing of you. Breathe slowly in that deep cold hush, and let its gentle calm hold you, easy and still and safe. Let us rest in the gentle picture of a world growing cold, the atoms slowing, the motion fading, a soft hush settling over everything as the warmth drifts quietly away. As a thing cools, the busy trembling within it eases, the swift dance softening into a slow sway, the whole hidden world growing calmer and quieter with each passing degree. It is a peaceful kind of change, this cooling, not a violent thing, but a gentle settling, the restless motion easing into stillness as the warmth slips softly away. So the cooling of a thing is a quieting, a hush spreading through its atoms, the tiny dance slowing toward calm, the busyness fading into a deep and tranquil rest. Hold this gently as you drift, this slow hush of a cooling world, the atoms easing toward stillness, the warmth slipping gently away into a deep and quiet calm. Let us drift in imagination to the cold of deep space, where pale clouds of frozen gas hang quiet in the dark, glimmering faintly in the soft light of distant stars. Out in the tranquil void, gas chilled by the deep cold of space gathers in vast soft clouds, catching the faint starlight and glowing pale and gentle in the great dark. These frozen clouds move slowly, hushed by the deep cold, their gas barely stirring, floating in serene silence through the immense and quiet reaches of space. So the cold of the cosmos shapes whole clouds of frozen gas, soft and pale and still, hanging gently through the dark, glimmering faint in the light of far-off suns. Picture it softly as you rest, pale clouds of frozen gas floating quiet in starlight, hushed by the deep cold, glimmering soft and serene in the vast tranquil dark. Let us hold in mind the cold of a distant frozen moon, a pale icy world glowing soft in the dark, its surface hushed by a chill far deeper than any winter our world has known. Far from the warmth of any close sun, such a moon lies wrapped in deep cold, its ices still and silent, glimmering faintly pale beneath the distant glow of the stars. On so cold a world, the very air, if there is any, lies frozen, the whole surface settled into a deep and tranquil stillness, hushed near the cold of the surrounding void. So a frozen moon is a quiet monument to cold, a serene pale world glowing soft in the dark, its ices calm and still in the deep chill of distant space. There is a deep calm in knowing, a serene frozen moon glowing pale in the dark, its surface hushed by deep cold, gliding calm and silent through the vast quiet of space. Let us rest in the great stillness of the deep void, the vast dark between the stars where the cold runs deep, and almost nothing stirs across the immense reaches of space. Far from any star the void lies hushed and cold, a tranquil emptiness where the faint ancient glow keeps a gentle chill and the deep dark stretches calm in every direction. It is a stillness almost beyond imagining, the deep void quiet and cold and vast, its emptiness broken only by the soft far light of scattered distant suns. So the deep void is a place of profound calm, the cold running deep, the silence complete, a great tranquil dark spread quiet across the immense reaches of the cosmos. What a calm thing to carry into sleep, the deep still void wrapped in cold and silence, vast and calm and quiet, a great tranquil dark holding the gentle chill of space. Let us rest on why the far worlds grow so deeply cold, for warmth comes chiefly from the light of a nearby star, and where that light grows faint, the cold deepens. A world close to a bright star is warmed by its light, but as a world wanders farther out, the starlight thins and weakens, and the cold settles ever deeper upon it. So the most distant worlds, far from any warming sun, lie wrapped in profound cold, their surfaces frozen, their gases settled into ice, hushed near the chill of the void. It is the simple thinning of starlight with distance that lets the deep cold take hold, the far worlds cooling toward the temperature of the surrounding dark. And it settles softly over the mind that the far worlds grow cold simply because the warming light grows faint, the cold deepening gently with distance into the tranquil dark. Let us linger on the delicate frost that the cold can shape in the cosmos, soft crystalline formations of frozen gas glittering faint in the light of distant stars. Where gas freezes slowly in the deep cold of space, it can settle into fine crystalline forms, delicate and glittering, soft structures shaped by the slow chill of the void. These frost-like formations hover quiet in the dark, catching the faint starlight, glimmering pale and tranquil, the deep cold sculpting them slowly across long spans of time. So the cold is a gentle sculptor in the cosmos, shaping frozen gas into delicate crystalline forms, soft and glittering, floating serene in the great dark. Let this calm picture stay with you, crystalline frost glittering faint in the cosmos, soft formations of frozen gas shaped by the deep cold hanging calm in the tranquil dark. Let us look toward the pale glow of distant ice worlds, frozen spheres gleaming soft and blue in the dark, wrapped in deep cold beneath the faint light of far-off stars. Such worlds are sheathed entirely in ice, their frozen surfaces catching the distant starlight and glowing with a soft pale blue, serene and tranquil in the deep cold of space. On these ice worlds nothing stirs but the slow turning of the world itself, the deep cold holding everything still, the pale blue glow soft and quiet across the frozen face. So the cold shapes whole worlds of ice, gleaming pale and blue in the dark, serene frozen spheres gliding quiet through the vast and tranquil reaches of space. What a peaceful thing to keep close. Ice worlds glowing pale and blue in the deep cold, their frozen surfaces serene and still, gliding calm and silent through the dark. Let us dwell gently on the hush of a frozen plain, spread wide beneath the stars, a vast, still expanse of ice, glimmering pale in the deep cold of a distant world. Such a plain stretches far and level under a great dark sky, its frozen surface hushed and silent, the deep cold holding it perfectly still beneath the soft glow of the star. Nothing moves across so cold a plain but the slow shifting of starlight overhead, the ice tranquil and unbroken, the silence deep and complete in the gentle dark. So a frozen plain is a picture of perfect calm, a vast, still expanse of pale ice beneath a starry sky, hushed entirely by the deep cold of distant space. It is a serene thing to imagine, a frozen plain glimmering pale beneath the stars, vast and still and silent, hushed by the deep cold into a perfect tranquil calm. Let us turn softly to towering spires of pale blue ice, rising quiet beneath the stars, great frozen formations shaped slowly by the deep cold of a distant world. Across some frozen surfaces the ice can rise into tall pale spires, gleaming soft and blue, standing silent and still in the deep cold beneath the glow of the distant stars. These towering forms are hushed and motionless, sculpted across long ages by the unhurried cold, glimmering pale against the great dark sky in serene and tranquil silence. So the deep cold can raise whole spires of ice, tall and pale and blue, standing quiet beneath the stars, frozen monuments to the stillness of the cold. There is peace in this quiet picture, towering spires of pale blue ice rising silent beneath the stars, hushed and still in the deep cold, glimmering soft against the tranquil dark. Let us rest beside a still frozen lake, far out in the dark, its smooth icy surface mirroring the soft glow of the stars overhead in perfect tranquil silence. On so cold a world, a lake lies frozen utterly smooth and still, its surface a quiet mirror, holding the reflected light of the stars in calm, unbroken stillness. Nothing stirs the surface of so deep a cold, the frozen lake perfectly calm, the mirrored stars glimmering soft upon it, the whole scene hushed in tranquil silence. So the cold can still a whole lake into a quiet mirror of the heavens, a smooth frozen surface reflecting the stars, serene and motionless in the deep dark. It is a soothing image to hold, a still frozen lake mirroring the stars, its surface smooth and calm in the deep cold, holding the soft glow of the heavens in perfect quiet. Let us drift with a pale frozen comet through the dark, a quiet wanderer of ice and frozen gas gliding slow and serene through the deep cold of space. A comet is a body of ice and frozen dust, gliding cold and quiet through the void, its pale surface glimmering faint in the distant starlight as it slips through the dark. Far from any warming sun, such a comet stays deeply frozen, its ices still and silent, gliding in tranquil calm through the immense quiet reaches of space. So a pale comet is a quiet traveler of the cold, a frozen wanderer gliding serene through the dark, its ices hushed by the deep chill of the surrounding void. It is a soothing image to settle into, a pale comet gliding quietly through the dark, its frozen surface glimmering faint in the starlight, serene and silent in the deep cold of space. Let us settle on the frozen rings that circle some distant worlds, vast soft bands of ice glimmering pale as they glide quiet around a great sphere in the dark. Such rings are made of countless tiny pieces of ice, each gleaming faint in the starlight, together forming a soft pale band that circles its world in serene and tranquil silence. The deep cold holds the icy ring pieces gently in their slow circling, each one frozen and still, gliding together in a vast quiet band around the distant world. So the cold shapes whole rings of ice around the far worlds, soft pale bands glimmering quiet in the dark, circling serene in the deep chill of distant space. Picture it softly as you rest, frozen rings of pale ice circling a distant world, glimmering soft in the starlight, gliding serene and silent in the deep cold of space. Consider, without hurry, a cold silver mist floating through space, a soft pale veil of frozen gas glimmering faint in the starlight as it slips quiet through the dark. Where gas is chilled and thinned by the deep cold of space, it can spread into a soft silver mist, floating slow and pale through the void, catching the faint light of distant stars. Such a mist moves gently, hushed by the deep cold, its pale wisps wafting silent through the great dark, glimmering soft and serene in the tranquil reaches of space. So the cold can spread a thin silver mist of frozen gas across the void, soft and pale and quiet, floating serene through the dark beneath the distant stars. Let this calm picture stay with you, a cold silver mist wafting through space, a soft pale veil of frozen gas glimmering faint in the starlight, serene and silent in the deep cold. Let us look toward glittering crystals of ice afloat in the deep, dark, tiny frozen flecks catching the faint starlight as they glide slow and serene through the void. In the deep cold of space, frozen gas can form into tiny glittering crystals, each one gleaming faint in the starlight, floating quiet through the great dark like soft frozen sparks. These crystals move gently, hushed by the deep cold, glimmering soft as they glide, a quiet scattering of frozen light across the vast and tranquil reaches of space. So the cold can scatter glittering crystals of ice across the dark, tiny frozen flecks, floating serene, catching the faint glow of distant stars in the deep quiet of the void. It is a serene thing to imagine, glittering crystals of ice afloat in the dark, tiny frozen flecks, glimmering faint in the starlight, hovering serene in the deep cold of space. Let us hold in mind the gentle question of how the coldest things are measured, for at such depths of cold, ordinary ways of taking temperature give way to subtler and softer means. Near the bottom of cold, scientists no longer measure warmth in the usual way, but instead watch the faint motion of the atoms themselves, reading the temperature from how slowly they stir. The slower the atoms move, the colder the thing. And so by watching that tiny dance grow gentle, the deepest cold can be read with great delicacy and care. So measuring the coldest cold is a quiet art of watching stillness, reading temperature from the faint hush of the atoms as they slow toward the bottom of cold. Let it rest lightly in your thoughts that the coldest things are measured by watching their stillness. The deep cold read gently from the slow, soft dance of the atoms within. Let us linger on this gentle idea that temperature can be read directly in the motion of atoms, the swiftness of their dance telling us, in truth, how warm or cold a thing is. Since warmth is the busyness of atoms and cold their calm, to know the temperature is simply to know how fast or slow the atoms are stirring within. So a thermometer, in its deepest sense, is only a way of sensing the atomic dance, reading the swift motion as warmth and the slow sway as cold. Near the bottom of cold, where the atoms barely stir, this reading grows delicate indeed, the faintest dance telling of the deepest chill near absolute zero. It is a soothing thought to settle into that all temperature is written in the motion of atoms, warmth in their busy dance, and cold in their gentle hush near the floor of cold. Wander for a moment among soft, drifting flakes of frost in a calm, dark field, each one glimmering pale and gentle, the whole deep, cold void alive with their faint, quiet glow. Picture them lightly, those soft flakes of frost, drifting through the tranquil, cold, dark, slow and gentle, calm and peaceful, glimmering faint across the immense and silent void. And then let them fade. Return gently to your own quiet room, your own soft rest, the calm of the frozen cosmos lingering with you like the peace of a still frozen night. Let us rest on how deeply the cold can quiet the small world, for near the bottom of cold the atoms move so slowly that they can be held almost perfectly in place. When atoms are chilled near absolute zero, their trembling grows so faint that they hover in almost perfect stillness, nearly fixed, hushed to the gentlest possible motion. It is a stillness so deep that the atoms seem to hover, barely stirring, their dance hushed nearly to silence by the profound cold around them. So the deepest cold can nearly freeze the very motion of atoms, holding them in a soft, suspended calm, almost still, near the very bottom of temperature. It is a quiet wonder to rest upon, the cold quieting the atoms to a near-perfect stillness, holding them gently almost fixed, hushed nearly to silence near the floor of cold. Let us linger on a gentle transformation the cold brings, that gases, when chilled deeply enough, settle into liquids, their swift atoms slowing and drawing softly together. In warmth, a gas spreads freely, its atoms rushing apart, but as the cold deepens, those atoms slow and gather, settling at last into the calmer, closer form of a liquid. So cooling can turn the airy spread of a gas into the gentle pool of a liquid, the atoms easing from their swift scattering into a quieter, clinging calm. It is a soft and orderly change, the cold drawing a gas down into a liquid, the atoms slowing and gathering as the warmth slips gently away. There is a quiet comfort in this, that the cold draws gases down into liquids, the atoms slowing and gathering softly together as the deep chill takes hold. Let us dwell gently on the deeper settling the cold can bring, that liquids, chilled further still, settle into solids, their atoms slowing until they hold one another in fixed, gentle place. As a liquid grows colder, its atoms slow and draw closer until at last they settle into steady places, holding fast to one another in the calm, fixed order of a solid. So cooling carries a liquid down into a solid, the freely roaming atoms easing into a settled arrangement, still and ordered and quiet near the deepening cold. It is the same gentle journey followed by nearly all substances, from gas to liquid to solid, each step a deeper slowing, a quieter settling as the cold takes hold. It is a soothing thought to hold, that the cold settles liquids into solids, the atoms easing into fixed quiet places, ordered and still as the deep chill draws them down. Let us turn softly to the gentle journey of matter through the cold, from the airy spread of a gas, down through the calm of a liquid, to the still fixed order of a solid. Each form of matter is really a stage of slowing, the gas swift and scattered, the liquid calmer and gathered, the solid still and fixed, the cold easing matter down through each. So as a thing is chilled, it passes through these gentle stages in turn, its atoms slowing at each step, settling from the busy spread of gas toward the quiet order of solid. And near the bottom of cold, beyond even the solid, lie the soft, strange states the deepest chill alone can bring, gentler still and quieter than any in the warm world. And so it stays with you, gently, the cold easing matter gently down through its forms, from gas to liquid to solid, each a deeper slowing toward the quiet of the bottom of cold. Let us rest again on the soft new forms of matter the deepest cold can bring, the gentle states that lie below even the solid, found only near the bottom of cold. Beyond solid, liquid, and gas, the deep cold opens doors to states of matter unlike any in the warm world, where atoms merge and flow and behave in soft, strange new ways. These are not the forms we know from everyday life, but quiet wonders born of cold alone, the unified wave, the frictionless flow, the endless current, all waiting near absolute zero. So the bottom of cold is a place of new matter, gentle forms that the warm world never shows, revealed only when the chill grows deep enough to hush the atoms nearly to stillness. What a gentle marvel to hold that the deepest cold creates whole new kinds of matter, soft, strange states beyond the familiar, waiting quiet near the floor of temperature. Let us settle on the gentle way the cold quiets disorder, for in warmth the world is restless and jumbled, yet as the chill deepens, that restlessness softens into calm. The busy jostling of warm atoms is a kind of disorder, a ceaseless random stirring, and the cold eases it gently away, settling the atoms into quieter and more ordered ways. So cooling is a calming of chaos, the deep cold smoothing the restless jumble of warmth into stillness and order, the atoms easing from disorder toward gentle arrangement. Near the bottom of cold, this quieting is nearly complete, the disorder hushed almost entirely, the atoms settled into the deepest calm and order they can hold. Let this be the thought you rest on, that the cold quiets disorder into calm, smoothing the restless jumble of warmth into gentle stillness near the floor of cold. Let us rest in the deep calm that waits at the bottom of temperature, where the atoms are hushed nearly to stillness and the restless world has eased into a profound quiet. Near absolute zero, there is a stillness unlike any in the warm world, the atoms barely stirring, the busyness gone, a deep and gentle calm settled over all. It is a calm born of the deepest cold, the trembling of matter hushed almost entirely, a tranquil stillness reaching nearly to the very floor of temperature. So the bottom of cold is a place of profound peace, the atoms quieted, the disorder gone, a deep gentle calm spread soft across the coldest reaches of being. Hold this gently as you drift the deep calm at the bottom of temperature, the atoms hushed nearly still, a profound and gentle quiet settled over the coldest cold. Let us rest once more on the gentle truth that nothing can ever be perfectly cold, for even at the very bottom that faint zero-point hum remains, a whisper of motion that never fades. However deeply a thing is chilled, that last soft stir lingers within it, woven into the deepest cold so that perfect absolute stillness can never quite be reached. So the coldest possible cold is not a perfect frozen silence, but the quietest state nature allows, the atoms hushed as far as they can go, yet keeping one last gentle trembling. It is a tender truth that the universe keeps a whisper of motion even at the floor of cold, gently refusing the perfect stillness we might imagine at absolute zero. It eases the mind to dwell here, that even the coldest cold keeps a faint, soft hum, the universe never wholly still, holding one last gentle stir at the bottom of temperature. Let us drift to the deep cold of the great clouds between the stars, vast dim expanses of gas and dust, chilled to within a few degrees of the bottom of cold. These interstellar clouds glide cold and quiet through the dark, their gas hushed by the deep chill of space, glimmering only faintly where distant starlight touches them. Within such clouds the cold runs deep, the gas barely stirring, a vast tranquil stillness spread across reaches of space too great for the gentle mind to easily hold. So the spaces between the stars are filled with these cold, dim clouds, hushed and quiet, hanging deeply chilled through the immense and tranquil dark. There is peace in this quiet picture, vast cold clouds floating between the stars, their gas hushed by deep cold, glimmering faint and serene in the great tranquil dark. Consider without hurry a gentle wonder that the deep cold of the great clouds is where new stars quietly begin, gathering slowly from the chilled and tranquil gas. Within the coldest, densest parts of these clouds, the gas draws softly together over long ages, gathering and settling until, in time, a new star may begin to glow. So the deep cold is not only an ending but a beginning. The cold clouds, the quiet cradles from which new stars are slowly born across vast spans of time. It is a beautiful turning that the coldest places in the galaxy should be the very nurseries of warmth, the deep chill gathering the gas from which new suns arise. There is a deep calm in knowing that new stars are born from the deep cold of the great clouds, the chilled gas gathering slowly into warmth, beginnings drawn from the quiet cold. Let us drift to the frozen moons of the outer worlds, pale icy spheres circling distant giants, wrapped in deep cold far from the warmth of any close sun. These moons are sheathed in ice, their surfaces hushed by the deep chill, glimmering soft and pale as they circle their great worlds through the tranquil dark of the outer reaches. Far from the warming light, the cold holds these moons deeply still, their frozen surfaces calm and silent, gliding serene through the deep dark of the outer cosmos. So the outer worlds keep families of frozen moons, pale and icy and quiet, circling slow through the deep cold of the distant dark. It is a soothing image to hold, frozen moons gliding pale through the outer dark, their icy surfaces hushed by deep cold, serene and silent in the tranquil reaches of space. Let us look toward the pale ice that sheathes the most distant planets, far frozen worlds wrapped in deep cold beneath the faint and distant light of the sun. So far from any warmth, these planets lie deeply frozen, their gases settled into ice, their pale surfaces glimmering soft and cold beneath the dim glow of the distant stars. On such worlds the cold runs profound, the ice still and silent, the whole frozen sphere hushed into a deep, tranquil calm in the far reaches of the dark. So the distant planets wear pale sheaths of ice, frozen deeply by the cold of the far reaches, gliding serene and silent through the great quiet dark. It is a soothing image to settle into, the pale ice of distant planets glimmering soft in the dark, deeply frozen by the cold, serene, and still in the far, tranquil reaches of space. Let us hold in mind how the deep cold of space lingers, for in the far reaches the cold endures for eons, the frozen worlds and clouds holding their chill across vast spans of time. With no near sun to warm them, the distant frozen things stay cold for ages upon ages, their deep chill enduring quietly through spans of time beyond all easy reckoning. So the cold of the far reaches is not a passing thing, but a deep and lasting calm. The frozen worlds holding their stillness across eons in the tranquil dark. It is a kind of patience, this lingering cold, the frozen things resting deeply chilled through ages, their stillness unbroken across the long quiet spans of cosmic time. What a calm thing to carry into sleep, that the deep cold lingers for eons in the far reaches, the frozen worlds holding their chill across vast ages in the tranquil dark. Let us rest on the quiet of a frozen atmosphere, for on the coldest worlds the very air can freeze, settling soft and still upon the surface as a layer of pale ice. Where the cold runs deep enough, the gases that might form an atmosphere freeze and fall, settling gently as frost upon the ground, the whole sky stilled into quiet ice. So on the coldest worlds there is no stirring wind, no roaming cloud, only the deep stillness of a frozen atmosphere, the air itself settled soft and silent upon the frozen ground. It is a profound calm, a world whose very air has frozen still, the whole atmosphere hushed into ice by the deep cold of the distant dark. Picture it softly as you rest, a frozen atmosphere settled soft and still upon a cold world, the air itself turned to pale ice, hushed entirely by the deep cold of space. Let us linger on the delicate frost of the frozen void, fine pale formations of ice shaped by the deep cold where gases settle slowly out of the dark. Far out in the cold, gases can freeze gently onto surfaces, building up delicate frost, soft, pale, crystalline coatings glimmering faint in the distant starlight. This frost of the void is not the snow of any warm world, but a quieter thing, ice settling slowly from frozen gas across long spans of time in the deep cold. So the frozen void wears its own gentle frost, delicate and pale, shaped slowly by the deep cold, glimmering soft and serene in the tranquil dark. Let this calm picture stay with you, the delicate frost of the frozen void glimmering faint in starlight, soft pale ice shaped by deep cold, serene and still in the dark. Let us dwell gently on how the deep cold shapes the whole of the outer cosmos, settling gases into ice, freezing worlds and moons, hushing the far reaches into tranquil stillness. Far from the warmth of the stars, the cold reigns gently over all, freezing the gases, sheathing the worlds in ice, holding the great clouds deeply chilled and still. So the outer cosmos is a realm shaped by cold, its worlds frozen, its clouds chilled, its whole vast reach hushed into a deep and tranquil calm by the profound chill of space. It is the deep cold that gives the far reaches their stillness, their pale frozen beauty, their serene and silent calm beneath the distant glow of the stars. And it settles softly over the mind that the deep cold shapes the outer cosmos into stillness and pale frozen beauty, hushing the far reaches into a deep and tranquil calm. Let us drift to the deep cold between the galaxies, the vast dim spaces stretching between the great star cities, hushed and chilled and almost utterly empty. Between the galaxies lie reaches so vast and so empty that the cold runs deep and the silence is near complete, the faint ancient glow keeping only the gentlest warmth. It is a stillness almost beyond imagining, these spaces between the galaxies, deeply cold and immensely vast, holding only the faintest scattering of matter in the great dark. So even between the galaxies the cold reigns gently, a vast tranquil chill spread across reaches too immense for the mind to hold, hushed and quiet and deep. It is a soothing thought to settle into. The deep cold between the galaxies, vast and empty and still, a great tranquil chill spread across the immense dark between the star city. Let us turn softly to a deep and gentle truth that the whole universe has been slowly cooling across the ages, growing colder and calmer as it has stretched ever wider through time. Long ago the cosmos was hot and bright, but as it has expanded across billions of years, it has cooled the same way any spreading gas grows cool as it thins and widens. The universe itself is a cooling thing, its warmth thinning as it grows, the faint ancient glow that fills it dimming gently toward the deep cold across the long ages. It is a vast, slow chilling, the whole cosmos easing toward cold as it stretches wider, the warmth of its fiery youth fading into the gentle chill of its great old age. What a peaceful thing to keep close, that the universe cools gently as it grows, its warmth thinning across the ages, the whole cosmos easing slowly toward the deep cold of time. Let us linger on this long cooling of the cosmos, for across unimaginable spans of time, the universe drifts ever colder, its faint warmth fading gently toward the bottom of cold. As the ages pass and the cosmos stretches wider, the soft ancient glow that warms it dims a little more, the temperature of all of space easing slowly downward across time. So the great chilling is a thing of eons, the universe cooling not swiftly but with infinite patience, its warmth thinning gently across spans of time beyond all reckoning. It is a calm and unhurried change, this long cooling, the whole cosmos easing toward cold across the vast ages, growing quieter and colder with the passing of deep time. There is a quiet comfort in this, the long, gentle cooling of the cosmos across eons, the universe easing ever colder, its warmth fading soft toward the deep cold of time. Let us settle on the deep, distant future, the cooling points toward a far time when the cosmos has grown colder and quieter than anything we know, drifting toward the bottom of cold. As the ages stretch onward, the universe will cool further still, its warmth thinning ever more, the faint glow fading, the whole cosmos easing toward a deeper and deeper chill. So the far future of the universe is a cold one, a vast, tranquil drift toward stillness, the cosmos growing ever colder and calmer across the immense reaches of time to come. It is a gentle and unhurried fate, this slow cooling toward the cold, the universe easing across eons toward a deep and tranquil stillness in the far distant time. Let it rest lightly in your thoughts, that the cosmos drifts gently toward an ever colder future, easing across the ages toward deep stillness, calm and quiet in the far reaches of time. Consider, without hurry, the deep quiet the cold brings, for cold is at heart a kind of stillness, and the deeper the cold, the deeper the quiet that settles over all. As warmth fades and the atoms slow, a profound quiet spreads, the busy stirring of the world easing into calm, the deep cold and the deep quiet rising gently together. So the coldest places are also the quietest, the deep chill and the deep stillness as one, a tranquil hush spreading soft across the frozen reaches of being. It is a beautiful joining, the cold and the quiet, the chill bringing stillness, the stillness bringing peace, the deep cold settling the world into a gentle calm. And so it stays with you gently, that the deep cold brings a deep quiet, the chill and the stillness rising together, a tranquil hush spread soft across the cold. Let us look toward the gentle idea that cold is, in its essence, a kind of stillness, the slowing of all the restless motion of the world toward a deep and tranquil calm. To grow cold is to grow still, the atoms easing their dance, the busyness fading, the whole hidden world quieting toward the deep calm at the bottom of temperature. So when we speak of the deepest cold, we speak in truth of the deepest stillness, the most profound calm that matter can hold, the atoms hushed nearly to silence. It is a soothing way to hold the cold, not as a harsh thing, but as a stillness, a gentle quieting, a settling of the restless world toward calm. It is a tender thought to settle into, that cold is a kind of stillness, the deepest cold, the deepest calm, the world easing gently toward quiet near the floor of temperature. Let us rest in the gentle peace of the coldest cold, where the atoms are hushed nearly still and a profound tranquil calm has settled over all near the bottom of temperature. There is a deep peace in such cold, the restless world quieted, the motion eased, a serene stillness spreads soft across the coldest reaches of being. It is not a harsh or fearful cold, but a peaceful one, a gentle hush, a deep calm, the world settled into the quietest state that nature can ever allow. So the coldest cold holds a quiet peace within it, the stillness of the atoms, the calm of the deep chill, a serene tranquility near the very floor of cold. Let this be the thought you rest on, the gentle peace of the coldest cold, the atoms hushed nearly still, a deep serene calm spreads soft across the bottom of temperature. Let us drift now into the gentle picture of a hushed and glittering universe, the deep, cold, spreading stillness across the cosmos, the frozen things glimmering soft in the dark. All across the great dark, The cold has settled the cosmos into quiet, the frozen worlds and pale clouds glimmering faint, a vast hushed glittering stretched across the void. It is a serene and beautiful vision, the universe hushed by cold, its frozen reaches glimmering soft beneath the distant stars, calm and still and deeply tranquil. So the cold gives the cosmos a quiet, glittering beauty, the frozen things gleaming pale in the dark, the whole great void hushed into a serene and gentle calm. It is a serene thing to imagine, a hushed and glittering universe, the deep cold spreading stillness, the frozen things glimmering soft and serene across the tranquil dark. Let us hold in mind the frozen beauty spread across the tranquil dark, the pale ice worlds and glittering crystals and soft frozen clouds drifting serene in the deep cold of space. Everywhere the cold has touched, it has left a gentle beauty, the frozen things glimmering pale and soft, drifting quiet and serene through the great tranquil dark. It is a beauty born of stillness, the deep cold sculpting the cosmos into pale frozen forms, glittering faint in the starlight, hushed and calm in the silent void. So the tranquil dark is filled with frozen beauty, the gentle work of the cold, pale and glittering and serene, drifting soft through the immense and quiet reaches of space. It eases the mind to dwell here, the frozen beauty spread across the tranquil dark, pale and glittering and serene, the gentle work of the deep cold of space. Let us rest on why the deep cold feels so calm, for cold is stillness, and stillness is peace, and so the coldest places carry a deep and gentle tranquility within them. Where the cold runs deep, the world grows quiet, the motion eased, the busyness gone, a serene calm spreading soft across the frozen reaches, gentle as a deep, slow breath. So the cold soothes not by warmth but by stillness, its deep quiet a kind of peace, the frozen calm of the cosmos easing the mind toward rest like a soft hush in the dark. It is the stillness of the cold that calms us, the deep quiet of the frozen reaches, the gentle peace of a world hushed nearly to silence near the bottom of temperature. It is a soothing thought to hold, that the deep cold feels calm because it is stillness, its quiet a kind of peace, the frozen reaches easing the mind gently toward rest. Let us rest within the great stillness of the cold, the deep quiet of the frozen cosmos, a tranquil calm we may hold gently in the mind as we drift toward sleep. There is a place for the weary mind in the stillness of the cold, the deep quiet of the frozen reaches, the serene calm of a universe hushed nearly to silence. So let the deep cold be a stillness you can rest within, its quiet a comfort, its calm a soft place to settle, the frozen tranquility of the cosmos holding you gently. It asks nothing of you, this stillness of the cold, only that you ease into it, that you let its deep quiet settle over you like a soft frozen calm in the dark. What a calm thing to carry into sleep, the deep stillness of the cold, a tranquil calm to rest within, the frozen quiet of the cosmos holding you gently toward sleep. Let us linger on how far our understanding of the cold has come, from the first guess that there might be a bottom to temperature to the deep science of absolute zero we hold today. Once the very idea of a coldest possible temperature was only a quiet guess, yet across long, careful years it grew into a deep understanding of the floor of cold and all its wonders. So our knowledge of the cold has deepened across generations, from the first faint notion of a bottom to the rich science of the deepest chill, the unified states, the frictionless flows. It is a gentle triumph of careful thought, this long deepening understanding of the cold, the quiet uncovering of what lies near the very bottom of temperature. Hold this gently as you drift how far our understanding of the cold has come, from a faint guess to a deep science, the floor of temperature gently and slowly revealed. Let us dwell gently on the wonders the cold still holds, for near the bottom of temperature there remain mysteries not yet fully understood, soft, strange behaviors still being gently explored. Even now, the deepest cold keeps some of its secrets, with new states and new wonders waiting to be uncovered as scientists chill matter ever nearer to absolute zero. So the cold is not a finished story, but a living one, its deepest reaches still being explored, its quiet wonders still being drawn gently into the light of understanding. It is a humble and hopeful thought that there is more to learn near the bottom of cold, more soft, strange beauty waiting in the deepest stillness yet to be revealed. It is a soothing thought to settle into, that the cold still holds wonders not yet fully known, soft mysteries near the bottom of temperature waiting gently to be explored. Let us turn softly to how much the coldest cold has taught us, for in chasing the bottom of temperature, scientists have uncovered deep truths about the very nature of matter itself. By chilling matter near absolute zero, we have seen atoms merge into unified waves, liquids flow without friction, and electricity glide without loss, deep secrets the cold alone revealed. So the pursuit of the coldest cold has been a doorway into the deepest nature of matter, the gentle stillness of the bottom of temperature unveiling wonders hidden by warmth. It is a beautiful thing that by seeking the deepest cold we have learned so much, the quiet stillness of absolute zero teaching us the soft hidden nature of all things. There is a deep calm in knowing how much the coldest cold has taught us, the deep stillness near absolute zero, unveiling the gentle hidden wonders of matter itself. Let us settle on the place of the cold within the whole great story of nature, for the bottom of temperature is woven deeply into the laws that govern heat and matter and time. Absolute zero is not a thing apart, but a part of the deep order of nature, the floor of temperature set by the same gentle laws that shape warmth and motion and matter. So the cold belongs to the great web of natural law, its bottom fixed by deep rules, its wonders flowing from the same nature that governs all things, warm and cold alike. It is a calming wholeness to hold, the cold woven into the deep order of nature, the floor of temperature a quiet part of the great gentle laws that shape the world. There is a quiet comfort in this, that the cold is woven deeply into the story of nature, the bottom of temperature a quiet part of the great gentle order of all things. Consider without hurry why the deep cold still amazes us, for there is a quiet wonder in a temperature that has a bottom, a stillness woven into the very fabric of nature. It is a marvel that cold should have an end, that there should be a coldest possible state, a floor of stillness set deep into the order of the world. And it is a marvel too that near that floor matter should grow so strange and soft and beautiful, the deepest cold unveiling wonders found nowhere in the warm familiar world. So the cold amazes us still, with its bottom and its stillness and its quiet wonders, a deep, gentle frontier that never quite loses its power to fill us with calm awe. And it settles softly over the mind, that the deep cold still amazes us, its bottom and its stillness, and its soft, strange wonders filling the quiet mind with gentle awe. Let us look toward the gentle nearness of the coldest place and the quiet mind, for there is a kinship between the deep stillness of the cold and the calm of a mind easing toward sleep. As the cold hushes the restless atoms toward stillness, so the night hushes the restless mind toward rest, the deep calm of the one mirroring the gentle calm of the other. So we may hold the coldest place in the mind as a kind of companion to sleep, its deep stillness a gentle echo of the quiet we ourselves drift toward in the night. It is a soothing kinship, the stillness of the cold and the stillness of rest, the deep calm of the frozen cosmos easing us toward the deep calm of sleep. It is a tender thought to settle into, the coldest place and the quiet mind as gentle companions, the deep stillness of the cold easing the restless mind toward sleep. Let us hold in mind the bitter cold of the most distant frozen worlds, where the chill runs so deep that gases we know as air lie settled forever as solid ice. On such far worlds the cold is profound beyond any earthly winter, deep enough to freeze the very gases solid, holding the whole surface in a deep and tranquil stillness. There is no thaw on so cold a world, no melting, only the enduring deep chill, the frozen surface hushed and silent beneath the faint glow of the distant stars. So the far frozen worlds wear their cold like a deep calm, their gases turn to ice, their surfaces still and silent in the profound chill of the distant dark. What a peaceful thing to keep close, the bitter cold of the frozen worlds, deep enough to freeze the very air, holding the far surfaces in a deep and tranquil stillness.